you tell me a moment when you really experienced God or felt God's presence, and what that was like, and why it was meaningful?
There was one of the meetings we had when we were doing our Alpha course, which I was on, and there was a moment at the end. We normally have like a moment of prayer at the start and a moment of prayer at the end, and we would normally, we go around the group and we ask for everyone if they have like prayer requests or anything like that, and so we would go into the moment of prayer, and the first time we did it, it just felt so like powerful, and it was as if like time stopped and we were just like sharing our like prayers for one another. It was just like, it just made me feel so at peace, something that I've never felt before, and it just felt amazing. And that was after such a stressful day as well, and I just like, after the moment of prayer, I was like laughing at what the state I was in like before the meeting, because I just, all that was wiped away, and I just felt so like calm, and I could tell that it was God. So yeah, I would say that's the one that I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first one that I want to tell you about, I go way back to days when Margaret and I were courting. And for those that don't know, Margaret's my wife, 50 years. I can't remember why, but the afternoon before the youth rally, something had happened between the two of us. we had disagreed about something, I don't remember what, but things were just a little bit strained. Okay. So I was reading my Bible, and I prayed that God would speak to me out of what I was reading. And I actually just opened the Bible, and I opened it in the Old Testament in a book called Chronicles, and that's just like a history of the Jewish people book. It's not a book I'd ever read before or since that. Let me read it to you and explain why. What it says is, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. Now my eyes will be open and my ears attentive to the prayers offered in this place. That's what I read. Okay. So I thought, wow. So I went to Margaret, I said, hey, listen to this. I've just opened this, and I've read this in the Bible out of Chronicles. And I read it to her, and I was so chuffed. And she wasn't. It just made it worse. You're preaching to me. I said, don't know. So anyway, it didn't really help, but we went off up to the youth rally that evening, and the speaker took his place at the front, and he said, this is a bit strange, he said, but he said, I had everything that I wanted to say this evening was all prepared. And he said, this afternoon, I just got this feeling that I had to, what I was going to say wasn't the right thing. He said, I just felt led to preach to you from a book that you'll not know anything about. He said, it's 2 Chronicles, and he read that verse.
Oh my goodness.
And he said, this isn't prepared, but he said, I believe there's somebody here who needs to hear this. And he preached the sermon, and we looked at each other. Now, I've actually looked up this evening in Google to see there are 31,102 verses in the Bible. Right. So the chances of me getting that were 1 in 31,000. The chance of the guy who was speaking getting the same verse was 1 in 31,000, and I have no idea what the chance of both of those things happening together was, but I really felt that God spoke to us so meaningfully and so powerfully.